Welcome back to episode session 47, you said,
Yeah.
of the Inexorables. Anyways, last session, about 2 weeks ago, the party decided to argue for about an hour trying to figure out how to navigate team just to get to Senator Lucar's house. We got there, gave us a nice big info dump of everything that's been happening around, and in fact gave us some background on some of the senators that were attacking others in the Red Rice Massacre, how they were connected to the Katana Empire, all that. We got a couple new things like all the Lex are dead except for like two of them. Uh, possibly a Varys thing. Lucar is probably gonna be killed. He's under heavy surveillance, and it's really rough for him. We've got a new Harlequin member that's probably Varys's brother, probably out to kill us. Last spotted about a month ago up north somewhere. Other than that, we were given a new name to look into, Constable Jefferson Stone. He might be able to help us with what we're trying to accomplish here in team. Uh, uh, and that's pretty much the rundown of what happened last session. There was some wacky magical rope tricks,
There
and
were.
stuff like that. Yeah,
Yep.
that's about it.
After meeting with the Senator Lucar, you guys kind of decided, at least at the end of last session, that you were probably going to at least attempt to make contact with Jefferson Stone, noting that the senator said that he would likely accept you if you said that he was coming from said senator. And see if you could do anything regarding Leopold's original idea of doing a raid or some form of assault upon a Qualms facility, a known Qualms hideout here in Team. So, with that, you guys are outside of the senator's house. You're probably walking down the street a little ways at this point. You have a heading to where you need to go if you want to meet with the Constable Jefferson. Is that your first place you want to go and do?
I mean, I see no particular reason to delay, and I don't think we have anything else particularly to do here in team.
I mean, the senator did say if we contacted Stone, we'd pretty much only have a day left in team before things got rough for us.
Also true.
So, if we really wanted to save it, we could head to the Vox camp, do a quick thing there, then come back when Yvonne is closer to town.
Let's go ahead and meet good old Jeff Stone now.
All right.
I believe that is what we decided.
So, you guys begin making your way through the city. At this point, if memory serves, we're starting to get past midday, or no, mid-evening.
Yeah,
I think
we left
we're
at 6 p.m.
Yep. So you guys are starting to see the sun set at this point. It's beginning. Dusk is still a ways away. But as you guys are making your way through the city, you find your way to the large, like green stained glass facility where you went to last time here in Team. As you guys approach the front desk, you ask for Jefferson Stone. The dwarven woman who is at the front counter takes a little bit of time before going back and retrieving him. Not too long after, you guys are called back into the precinct and find yourselves face to face with a half-elf man. You would say he's probably in his early 60s. Not necessarily old for a half-elf, but his graying hair shows the human in him.
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
Who right now in this party is disguised?
I
Just
think we
Leopold?
might have taken disguises off. I remember saying so.
Yeah, but did you put them back on when we left? That's the question.
I didn't state that I did. I think it would make sense for us to put them back on again.
I mean,
think so
I
as
have
well, but not
instant casting
everyone.
disguise spells.
but not everyone was disguised originally.
Yeah. I'm the only one that can't disguise.
Yes.
So decide now if
Well,
you're disguised or not.
Well, I'm pretty sure the disguise is like those who couldn't disguise themselves.
We only had an extra. We only had
used
like
disguise. We had disguise kits being
we only
used.
had one extra, and that was used on secure. There wasn't one for linen. That's why they let us into Lucar's manor, because they recognized linen and nobody else.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep. So, as you guys step in, this ragtag group of random ass adventurers, Linen, you're the only one that even possibly could be recognized. Aside from maybe Sakir. His disguise kit is a disguise, but it is not an illusion, and it is not what you would call professional work. It's above average. As you guys enter in and meet with Jefferson, did you note at the front desk that you were sent by the senator, or did you just request a meeting?
I mean, I imagine we would. If not, we're gonna like instantly tell him when we get in.
Okay. So, as you guys enter in, I'm gonna come at it from the perspective that you likely mentioned the name. Elsewise, you might not have gotten as easy into the office. As you guys kind of enter into the room, the half-elf man, he seems somewhat jovial, but stressed, busy. His deep green eyes are like flashing and fluttering every once in a while. It is obvious that this man is exhausted for one reason or another. As you guys step into his office, he kind of says, I heard that the senator had sent you. I'm sorry to say, but I was not expecting you. What can I do for you this evening?
Well, thank you for meeting us on such short notice, Constable. As we said, we were sent by Senator Lucar because he said you might have some information for us regarding, what was it, the qualms in the area?
Yes, the qualms.
Well, the senator is a dear friend, but even he must know I can't just divulge that kind of information to any random group of adventurers.
Of course. Would it be apt to say that we were involved in the Vampire Manor raid a few weeks ago? And that we are
Red Rise Massacre.
and the Red Rise Massacre, and we are continuing an investigation of those incidents that have led us to team.
You see him kind of still look at you questioningly for a moment, and it seems to click with him very quickly, and he says, so you are Inexorables?
That's what we've been called. You will have to excuse my companions. The current situation makes it difficult for them to go out in their usual manner. But I'll try and like point to Sakir. But some of us, I'll point to Sakir and myself. Some of us are unable to, well, obscure ourselves more than the others.
Kind of just stands there for a moment and says, I appreciate what you have done for the senator, as he is a dear friend. But I can't in good faith see why he would have sent you here. Was it your request of him?
Call it a request of mutual interests. The senator believes that, as a good friend, I imagine you already know, but he believes he's not long for this world.
No, I have 2 of my own watching his house at all times, and they've seen at least 4 of interesting ilks surrounding his house over the last few days.
Yes.
He is not wrong in his cautious nature.
Well, we know that at least part of the group who's interested in the death of our dear friend happens to also have ties to the Qualms, using them as local
Proxies?
resource, one might say. Proxies, yes.
What would be your
And-
evidence of such a tie?
How long do you want to be here for? I could expound for quite a while.
I have an hour, and I'm not giving you information unless I have good reason. Which you very obviously want, if not need.
Well,
Why are we really here? Why are we really here?
Well,
you want- I guess, do you
well,
want information or not?
No, I'm just, that was out of character. It's like, just tell
Well-
the guy what we need to tell him.
Well, to start the story from the beginning, at least we'll start the story from the beginning of Team. When we found out the vampiric mana and helped to assault it, we were assisted in that regard by a devil vampire we raided. That vampire's name was Varus. That vampire would also go on to commit the Red Rise Massacre. During that, we happened to kill one of his tenants, and he considered that a grave personal slight. And so now he is killing everybody who has helped the Inexorables in the past, including your dear senator. As for why the Qualms are involved, we can chalk that up to gestures to Wayne. 2 factors. The starters would be that he had a divine vision of Varus meeting with a Qualm. Well, I guess it was Varus's master, but splitting hairs. And for second, we know for a fact that the Qualms have already kidnapped others important to members of the Inexorables.
Alright. And you seem to believe that this Red Rise Massacre has direct ties to your dear vampire friend. In which case, you killed a member of his entourage during said event, which caused him to lash out upon the Inexorables. Why wouldn't he have worked against the Inexorables earlier? It seems that you would have been in direct conflict from the beginning.
Well, like I said, he had other vampiric rivals that he was hoping to use us as a pawn to get rid of, like the it was Vicious at the mana, yes. Like the Vicious whose mana we raided. Of course, we couldn't exactly let Vicious do what he was, but we were, rather unfortunately, playing into Varus's hand by doing so. And now that we've killed some of his entourage, evidently our usefulness as pawns has waned.
It's an interesting tale.
The important thing for you, or the immediate thing for you and your town is Varus and his organization, or his Varus's master, his Quentar, as we've taken to call, or has he's been called, has apparently united 3 major syndicates, criminal syndicates, one of which being the Qualms, another being the Deep Corsairs in Kundura, and I forget the third one, dwarves in the Dwendalian Empire, was it?
The
I
Kahan
also forget their
Brotherhood.
names. Yes, them.
Yes. And those 3 syndicates seem to now have been, are now working as one under this major threat that we've apparently uncovered.
As you kind of say that, he kind of sits down at his desk. You see him open a drawer, and he seems to pull out a folder of some kind. And he taps it down on the table and closes the drawer again and says, "Well, At least I know you're not perfect. Some of your information is incorrect. As he kind of opens the folder, he says, "You're missing a syndicate. It's called the Spine Servants. On top of that, by no means are they working in conjunction with each other. They are spoiled children that are fighting and bickering amongst each other while doing their parents' dirty work, is a more apt way to put it. I haven't had all the pieces to put together, but it seems that this Quentar, if I am to believe you, is likely this parent of the syndicates. It also seems that there are ties to a Conduran cult."
Ah, yes, the bronze hand? Hunter of the bronze? No.
No, it was something to do
Bronze
with
Hunter.
Claw.
I just remember their name. Something of the Bronze Hunter, Bronze Hand.
Nope.
No, it was Cult of the Fourth Claw.
That's it.
Okay.
Their god was the Lortharak the Bronze Hunter. That's where
There
you're
you-
getting Bronze Hunter from.
Yeah.
As you mention the Cult of the Fourth Claw, he almost kind of lights up a little bit, as though he's kind of waking up. And he says, "So you really do know a little bit about this."
We were there.
He kind of...
Mm-hmm.
I have heard very little of what occurred during the Red Rise Massacre, but I have heard mentions of a group of people that weren't necessarily supposed to be there doing good work inside the Senate floor. I don't know why a group would be there, but I'm assuming that would be you guys. As he's kind of
Also
flipping
correct.
through, he says, "One of my brothers is on the Senate Guard. He was nearly killed on the day of the Red Rise Massacre." He's kind of flicking through his notebook, and he says, "Can you close the door and drop the blinds?"
Alright.
So,
As you do, he kind of closes the blinds on the window behind his desk, and he says, "I have been a lead investigator, investigating the Qualms and their new surgeons, especially here in Team, for the last 4 months. I do not believe this is a organization that your Quentar established, but I do believe that it was partnered with him soon after its establishment. I'm not entirely certain when a central figure came into the limelight, but I know that the 5 Viscounts of the Qualms were there from the start. How much do you know of the Qualms?"
we know of the 5 Viscounts, like you said, and we know that obviously their presence in Caladrin Empire has been growing of late. But that, at least to my recollection, is it. They also, I think, they might deal in drugs.
They all deal in drugs, realistically.
Yeah.
To put it plainly, gentlemen, I shouldn't be telling you anything. But my investigation has been hampered, hindered, and nearly shut down multiple times by higher-ups in Team's government, of which I believe to be corrupt. I have no evidence to prove this. I wish I could get some. But my nose has been 10 inches deep in the ass of these syndicates for 4 months. About a month ago, the Karhan Brotherhood entered into the scene and started selling some of its more prolific drugs. There have been 4 deaths up to this point. I'm sure there are more that I don't know about. Team has begun to have a much larger drug problem in the last month. It was an immediate uptick. It did not take time. It was instantaneous. Usually these syndicates, when they enter into the city, They're new. They haven't really felt out the scene yet. They ease their product onto the streets. The Carham Brotherhood stepped in like they had been here for years already. Likely because it was members of the Qualms that were selling their product. I am not entirely certain of this, but I am pretty sure, due to multiple different raids that have occurred across the Caladrian constable ship, where we have information of drugs being stored in warehouses, especially near river, especially near the spine, particularly. We here in Team are not particularly close to the spine, but we are particularly close to the coast. And it seems that the Corsairs are moving most of this product on the coast, and the servants of the spine are moving the product along the river. There is something happening tonight that I have 2 people in the meeting of, undercover operatives who have been there for months. I wanted to sting the operation and take in for questioning any members that were there. I was told no. So I can't help you in that regard. But I can tell you this. Go into Fartham's quarter this evening, near midnight, and you find a tavern called the Brass Beetle.
It's always
You will
brass.
find it suspiciously empty, except for a few people meeting at one of the larger tables. If for some reason a random group of adventurers stumbled upon an event such as this, and for one reason or another started to escalate the conversation, it would be possible for me to be able to send other members of our guard in to keep the peace.
Well, if there's anything we're good at, it's starting problems.
I hope so.
Hit.
I will likely lose my career for what happens tonight, if for some reason you are able to find this place. But he kind of leans in and quietly says, Viscount of Fear will be there this evening. Along with other leadership of all the syndicates. Smaller leadership, small fries. Higher-ups believe bigger fries are coming into town here soon. But they wanted to wait for the big fries. I think we're getting them regardless. So, in such events as this occurring, there may or may not be a few guards in the nearby area to be able to keep the peace. We never had this conversation.
What conversation?
I don't even know who you are.
In fact, we actually came.
Yeah, 5 random people stepped into my office.
Actually, for a more believable cover story, we came here to ask for information on a potential kidnapping from the Qualms, and to just ask you to keep your eye out for any potential human trafficking that may come into the city.
He kind of squints his eyes when you talk about a kidnapping and says, yes, more believable.
Also, crew, if you do hear anything,
Do let us know.
He kind of says, be careful of the bartender. He is of the tender sort.
Of course. Well, I'll turn to the party. Let's find a place to sleep tonight, because I do not want to be outside in the nighttime with vampires about.
I will give you one last tip for the road, one might say, since in all likelihood we won't be seeing each other again, and never did quite meet. You might want to keep your head down after this goes down. Constable Ken Zeverum over in Sargoth met a rather unfortunate end as of late.
He
Killed
kind
by
of
some sort of demon.
thinks to himself and says, I think I've heard that name. Killed some kind of creature about a month ago.
Yes, we were also there.
That's actually why we were there.
He kind of just shakes his head to himself and says, interesting folk of whom I've never met. Briefly saw. I hope you have a good evening, as he kind of walks over to his door and kind of opens it and says, sadly, I'm unable to discuss information on active investigations. I'm sure you can understand. If it is able to be closed within 2 weeks after it closing, I may be able to share more things with you. But you're better off asking the streets.
A shame, but understandable.
I hope you have a good evening. And as you guys all exit the room, he kind of
Yeah.
opens his blinds up and closes the door behind you.
And as we do that, I'm gonna have to ask you to please get the part in the middle that I missed, because my dad called me.
He did call you. I'm not entirely certain
So-
what you actually missed.
So the last thing I caught was if we went into the Fartham's quarters this evening near midnight,
Okay.
and then I missed the chunk in the middle, and the last thing I heard when I got back, it was Stone talking about potentially losing his career.
Okay. So, go to Fartham's Quarter near midnight. Find a we have to go to a tavern called the Brass Beetle because there'll be a meeting there with a lot of the syndicate higher-ups, including the Viscount of Fear from the Qualms.
Yeah.
Please don't hurt the bartender, and if we cause enough of a ruckus, Stone will have a reason to send guards.
Yeah.
So
So
we gotta do what we do best, and
And
create more
Make
loose
a
ends.
scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
create more loose ends.
okay, so it was just really the Brass Beetle was the important bit that I missed.
Yep.
Hold on. One quick question. Maybe the constable said this. Maybe it was just a question. Should think that before we leave. He said that he did have people embedded in the organization. Do we know if any of them will be at this meeting?
The bartender.
You would assume so. He said, I believe it was mentioned, that he had a few, so more than one. And he specifically noted the bartender. But he did not note multiples.
So keep it non-lethal, boys.
Oh,
It's almost like
Uh,
there are at least 4 very important people with possibly lots of information. Maybe don't kill them.
I mean, there's like one we shouldn't kill.
I cast tactical nuke.
I didn't ask their hit points. I said I cast fireball.
No. The joke is I didn't say how big the room was.
I was making a twist on the joke, Aiden. Muted.
I'll turn to Secure. Secure, you only get 1 kill with the knife.
all right.
Not
Kills
not
the
the
Viscount of
important.
Fear.
Not the Viscount.
No,
Not the
kill the
important.
Viscount of Fear after we're done.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys leave. It's probably pushing about 7:30 by the time you walked there, waited for a while, had the conversation, and are now exiting the facility. You guys have a little bit of time to kill this evening. How would you like to spend it?
I roll with a surveillance spell somewhere.
I will say one thing, Zach.
Yep.
Since it doesn't look like we're going to get a long rest before we have a combat encounter, I'm assuming. A long rest before the meeting starts.
I mean, you guys.
How much
can't
time
get a
do
long
we
rest. Not
So-
enough for a long rest.
Okay, that's about what I figured. Because
What time is?
7:30.
It is approximately 7:30. You will have at least 30 minutes to get to Farther's quarters.
If we rush to the Brass Beetle and check in at the end, our elves can get a 4-hour
Maricus
rest.
can't.
If we what?
If we rush to the inn and, like now, Wayne and Leopold can get a 4-hour rest.
I mean, that still seems like it'd be cutting it.
I can't.
I will say, I will veto that. For one
And I also can't
particular
rush.
reason, Wayne may be able to settle down enough to actually go to sleep and go into his meditation for 4 hours. I can guarantee you Leopold would not be able to settle for 4 hours
Yeah.
in anticipation of a meeting of this level of importance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole
I can't
reason-
do it in 4 hours anymore.
Okay, hold on.
Okay,
the
Maricus,
whole-
we get it.
The whole reason that I asked was because
If your meditation lasts from 4 to 4 hours, please contact a doctor.
I knew you were gonna make that joke.
Your local
I
care
had
physician.
spell slots used. Let's say I don't. I had so I had 3 first level spell slots, a second level spell slot, and a third level spell slot used. I don't. I'm trying to think of what I would have used those on. I think this just might be from a previous from a previous day that I didn't mark down, because I think the only spell slot I would have used would have been a Dispel Magic in the Senator's office, and I don't think it would have.
The only thing you've used today was a Dispel Magic, as far as I remember.
Yeah,
That's about right.
yeah. I can't ritual cast that one, but I ritual cast Detect Magic, and I have Sky Self as a free spell.
Yeah.
I can cast it as much as I want because of my item.
Well, we got a few.
Let's say I do also have a thing that allows me to regain a level lower once for long rest, so I'm just going to use that, so I am topped up on spell slots.
Okay.
That is the only thing that should be relevant that I need to. Yeah, should be everything relevant.
Okay.
Well, we've got a bit of time. Do we have anything? I guess we have time to set up. Let's find a sniping position for Rikus. And does anybody have a spell to prevent people from escaping?
What's your definition of escape?
Magical escaping. Teleporting or...
I do.
What you got?
Called Fireball.
Don't you also
Oh,
have counterspell?
What?
Yeah. We do have counterspell.
Don't you also have counterspell?
Yep. That costs
Yeah.
a reaction. And monk thing very reaction heavy. If I'm not careful.
I'm so
Well,
ready for Lennon and Dad.
Hey, let's go.
I mean, you asked if we had ways to prevent teleportation, and those are the ways we have.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, if we've got ways to do things,
I am down a 5th level spell slot though.
From
how many sorcery points do you have? Because I'm wondering if you could just convert that.
10.
What's the conversion points for
It's
sorcery
even
points
1 to
to?
1. 1 level of spells to 1 sorcery, so you'd have to spend 5 sorcery points to regain it.
Okay. How many? So wait, if you consume like a 4 and a 1, that also. Well, actually,
Technically,
much is
it's higher, but I just run it 1 to 1.
alright. Well,
let's say,
can you guys think of any setup shenanigans we have to do?
not particularly, though. I guess, do we want to have somebody in the bar?
Yes.
It sounds as though we won't be able to be in until later on, because if it's suspiciously quiet, they probably kicked everybody out.
Nate has a right idea there.
Yes, I was, I think it might be just get a good sniping position. I mean, I don't think we could like acquire some explosives, which might be the only other thing I could think of.
I guess. What was that explosive I bought for you down in Sargoth?
Pyrebind grenade?
Yeah. Could I have that?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Alright.
You want to know what
Send
it
that.
does?
Yeah, just send it to me and I'll probably end up using it. If I don't, I'll give it back. I guess we want.
It has the standard features of a grenade, so 60-foot range.
Right.
However, I will just send this in the Inexorables.
Although we do want to be careful with explosives because there are people we want to not hurt. Or
We don't know what the building's made out of, so we don't really want to burn a tavern down. Whoa.
Whoa.
Let's see.
Sorry.
Flashbangs. Do we have any? What are those? Not grappler grenades. What are they called? Binders. Binding grenade.
The web grenades, the spider web tangle.
Those might be useful. Tangler grenades. That might be useful for
Hold
one of us,
on.
for the frontliners to have.
I do not have any more tanglers.
Are they military equipment or can we buy them?
You could probably buy them. Well, actually, wait. I have one in my backpack.
Do we want to use it here, or you want to save it for another encounter?
If we had to go in and cause a ruckus, elevate the ruckusness.
People getting stuck to walls and chairs would definitely cause one.
Are we
Also
just
easy.
going in guns blazing, or are we going in and causing a ruckus? Because if we go in guns blazing, it does not give the guard very much time to react.
True. I'm just saying once the ruckus gets going. Because historically speaking, your brother and I do not last very long in close quarters combat.
Well, I'll have something to help with that, as Leo presents his new turret. I won't wax poetic about the turret, mainly because my throat is kind of fucked due to being sick. But mechanically, I can spend a bonus action and give anybody... Let me just very quickly double check the range. I believe it's 10 feet of the turret. Anybody within 10 feet, temporary hit points equal to 1d8 plus my intelligence modifier, so that is 1d8 plus 5 temporary hit points. And I can do that every turn so long as you're within 10 feet of it. And I have a bonus action.
Alright. Well, what other things do we got? You're muted, Nate.
Nathaniel, you're muted.
My bad. I wanted an apple. I do have something that could potentially cause a big scene without us fighting necessarily.
And what will that be?
Well, do you remember that statue that came up out of the ground a while back? Started yelling at me?
Oh, gods.
Yes.
Well, That's just one of a plethora of things that supposedly can happen.
What
I
are,
am curious to see what else could happen.
what are some of the other things that could happen?
Um, I don't really know what all there is, but monsters could spawn, a lich could spawn, a treasure room could spawn,
Uh,
maybe some eggs or some turtles or some fluffy bunnies or a lot of weird random stuff. I don't know.
That seems like it has the potential to go very poorly.
well, I don't know. I'll put that down as a plan C.
All right, suit yourself.
I mean, the main thing we want is cause a scene and keep as many people in there as possible. Or keep as many people in the area as possible. For as long as possible.
Well, are we certain that's the best route to take? I'm more in favor of the guns blazing route.
I mean, to be honest, it's going to devolve into that anyways.
Yeah, so why not start with it?
I don't know. I feel like we always have a bit of finesse when we try and do these things. Why stop now?
And what kind of finesse are you proposing?
Uh,
What, are we going to walk up to the nearest constable and give him an anonymous tip that something's going down at the Bronze Beetle?
no, we already have somebody. Oh well.
If you want to cause commotion, sounds that'll do well enough.
Yeah.
Hopefully, by the time the constables arrive, we'll have of the Viscounts. We'll have the Viscount in our hands.
Well, should we at least case? What is it? Case the area? Is that what the term? To at least know the layout before we decide on a plan of attack.
That's not a bad idea.
Let's go then.
All right.
All right. So you guys begin making your way to the quarters, where it doesn't take you too incredibly long to find the Brass Basilisk. The Brass Basilisk is almost better described as a dive bar than a tavern. It has no seeming rooms where you could stay. It is a simple, near like box of a building that cautiously peeking inside the windows of, you find that there's plenty of people in there currently. It's about 8, maybe a little after, by the time you get here. There's laughter. The platters of food are enormous. They seem to be serving very, very large portions here in this tavern. The meat is flowing well. You don't particularly notice anyone of special interest, even if you peek your head in the door. But one thing you do note is that this building, seems to have a couple back rooms, but they don't seem large by any stretch of imagination, and the primary sitting area is the vast majority of this building's square footage. There is no second floor balcony inside of the building. The windows are not very large, so finding a spot where Rikus could, say, snipe from across the roof, from a roof across the way or such, would be very difficult.
What are the
There is
chances?
a second floor with a balcony, though.
No, I said there is no second floor with a balcony.
Wow.
There is. It is a simple high-ceilinged building.
What are the chances we've got a large basement?
You see no
On
proof of
zero.
a basement. From the outside, at least.
Rakus hobbles on in.
Do
What
not
is
do
it?
that.
It is dinner time. Leopold, aren't you hungry?
We can just
Right.
stick around
Right, because are
until
you actually going
people try to
inside?
kick. Well, if we just stick around in there until someone tries to kick us out. When did we say to be there?
Midnight.
Midnight. It's like, what, 8 p.m.?
About.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also, Zach, quick question. Is it the brass basilisk or the brass beetle?
The brass beetle. The basilisk, I believe, was the bronze basilisk in another
It was
city.
no, it was the
Yeah,
bronze
I was like,
basilisk in this city, which is
Yeah.
where we first talked to Varys.
No.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because you said brass basilisk.
My apologies. It is the beetle.
Are we
So-
eating
So
here
if we
for
want
the
to go, if we want to go inside an order, I'm more than happy to. But it's not just walking willy nilly unless you have already done that, right? Because I cannot tell if your comment was sarcastic or not.
well, I don't know. Everyone seems really against the idea. I don't see why we couldn't just be like hanging out there for a while.
Yeah.
Food, plate, now.
If
I
shit's
will
happening
say-
at if shit's happening at midnight, then like
It would make it
We're already
easier. if we were
there.
already there. Yeah.
I will also note, it seems that the special as like a dessert or an appetizer this evening is a ginormous platter of cinnamon rolls. And we're talking not cinnamon rolls. We're talking like cinnamon rolls, like 8-inch round cinnamon rolls. And the first thing you smell as the door opens, even as you are outside and one of the patrons seem to be leaving the place, is the increasing amount of sugar in the syrup of these cinnamon rolls.
Okay.
Question for the party:
Yes.
Are we going to get in there, scout, and do recon? Or are we going to get in there and bum around until midnight? I'm more
Get
of
in there
the
and eat some
scout
cinnamon
recon
rolls.
plan.
Both. Well,
I know a plot hook when I see one.
No,
Well-
the cinnamon rolls are just delicious looking. It's no plot hook. It is
Check-
just the
Chekhov's
special for the
gun.
night.
I don't know about that, Zach.
Chekhov's
Chekhov's
cinnamon
cinnamon
rolls.
rolls.
the cinnamon rolls. The cinnamon
cinnamon
rolls
roll.
are in 5 hours. Make a Constitution save.
I will note
Or
the
be
reason
knocked
why
to
I'm
sleep.
noting them is the cinnamon rolls are fucking ginormous on the battle map.
Are you
So...
Oh, are you? Oh, okay. It's
Okay.
not just because you're like hungry.
Okay. Since it's
I am also a
let's
little hungry.
yeah, let's get in. I'll say this. Let's get in there, order some food, and while it's busy, check out some of those back rooms because I don't want to be like, haha, surprise basement.
Wait a second. We've had this map before, haven't we, Zach?
You have not, no.
Are you sure?
No, Jade, you have. The rest of the party has not.
I know.
So
Can I actually
Linen's in
log
favor.
the words to see what you're talking about?
we haven't gone to a map on Forge yet, but Linen is in favor of going in and scouting and also eating.
Okay.
Wayne
yeah,
is in
like
favor
I'm
of
saying,
cinnamon rolls.
are
Yeah.
we going in, eating? Are we going in just like getting a meal, kind of looking around, getting out, or are we going to stay there for 4 hours until we get kicked out whenever the meeting happens?
decide that
If
after
4
we
hours
skip.
is too long, we could always come back and
We can decide
in
that
2
after we
hours
finish scouting.
and
Okay. Also, yes, another good question is how passive or active are we going to do this? If we're just like passively looking around, we can probably only send 1 or 2 people in. If we're gonna like actively potentially start some shit, we should have the entire party there.
I say we just all go in like an adventuring party and sit down, or we can wait till later till midnight and stumble in. I don't think it really makes it. Is there any other entrances to this place? Have we walked around the facility?
There is a back entrance to the facility, but it is kind of fenced off.
I think it's fine if we all just go in. If we need to
Yeah.
leave and come back later, that's fine.
And say,
While it's
just for count of the party, everybody is still disguised, except for the obvious linen, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And actually, just because I have infinite disguise selves, I'm going to just change my disguise from when I was at the festivals.
Okay.
all right. Well, let's get some food.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys step inside. If everyone wants to remove, say, a gold from their character sheet, you guys would be able to feed yourself very, very well this evening. The food is great. The drinks are great. The cinnamon rolls are ginormous. It is a phenomenal meal. Just as most like Italian mafia very obvious fronts are, they will have the best spaghetti you've ever eaten, or so I've been told. So the food is great. What are you guys doing in terms of attempting to take a look around? Are you just casing the room as you sit at a table? Or are you asking where the privy is just to get told to take a dump outside in the outhouse?
I mean, I would like to try and find the bartender. Get
Okay.
something to drink, have a little chat.
Lennon will ask for the bathroom.
Okay, there is an outhouse outside. I was not joking in that. There is no privy on the inside of the building. So that you were kind of pointed. Yeah, if you take this little door out the front, you can go around and you'll find a spot right there. There's probably a line right about now. In regards to speaking to the bartender, as you step up to the bar, the bartender is a halfling man who seems to have like a whole bench kind of around the bar that he can walk on. He seems that he's a middle-aged man, darker, like black or really dark brown hair, wisps of gray starting to enter in. He seems very friendly and jovial, and it seems like the vast majority of the people up at the bar are regulars.
I'll sit down at the bar and what do you recommend, bartender?
He kind of takes a look at you and says, "I'd recommend the Horngrasper Ale. It's a particular new part on the menu, should I say. It is a little bit on the pricier side, but it is well worth it. It is up from, let's just say, less tempered regions. Their fruits grow wild and therefore are even more delicious than what we find here in the Caladrian Empires."
I'll take out the gold and pay for the drink.
Okay, it is 3 gold for the drink. As you kind of pull the gold out and slide it across, he hands you what seems to be a small bottle. You'd say like 32 ounces. It's not a very heavy on the liquor side. Probably in the 8 or so % range. Not super heavy, but stout. And as he kind of slides the bottle over and says, "New a customer. What brought you here this evening?"
Big cinnamon roll.
I caught none of that. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
I heard big cinnamon roll. That's it.
Got this place recommended because of the big cinnamon rolls.
He says, "Well, that is one of the greatest things that we provide here. We have a few particular great cooks. One of them a half-orc man from up where that horned ale will come from. Particularly known for baked goods, especially things with fruits in them.
Do we have an active scene at the tavern? Question mark.
An active scene? What do you mean by that?
Like on Foundry.
No.
Okay.
Can't tell if this guy is trying to talk in like a double entendre or not. I imagine he's probably not, but I just don't know if I should be noting down everything this guy says.
Very important. Remember it. It will
Yeah.
be useful later on.
Yes, this will be on the test. Probably should have thought about how I was going to try and talk to this guy.
I just activated a scene for you guys. It is completely empty. Should be.
Yep.
Cool.
See nothing but the black void.
You see nothing.
Unpause the game.
Black void.
I do not have a token which grants me visibility in this scene.
Let me double check things and then bring your minis out.
Whoa.
You could hide in those cinnamon rolls.
Yes, you could. You guys should have characters brought out now.
You heard him, boys.
Eat them salad.
Yum.
Yum.
Hmm.
So, Leopold.
No, girl who recommended this place to me. She had some pretty big cinnamon rolls herself, I might be able to say.
You see him, he kind of... Dear friend, I believe you're already a few drinks too deep already to be buying such an expensive ale. Why don't you go home? Things will be closing down here in about an hour or two anyway.
I still drink for an hour or two. So I could talk about that girl for a while. She made me pretty, rock hard, stone hard, you might be able to say.
He's gonna,
Yeah.
as he's kind of chuckling, he's gonna say, "My dear friend, I'm sorry to say, but if you're looking for a friend, it might be better to find someone in the crowd. I've got other customers to serve, sadly."
Maybe I'll make my way back over there, but I'll lift up the bottle. Enjoy this for a little bit.
I hope you do. As you kind of say that, you hear from across the bar, "Zana, I need another round." And he kind of rolls his eyes and quickly slides over there and begins filling a round of drinks for one of the members at the other side of the bar.
I hobble up to Leopold, grab him by the arm, and goes, "Let's sit down, old friend." And I grab the bottle from him, take a swig real quick, hand it back.
I paid 3 gold for that. You owe me 5 silver now. There's Leo will let himself get dragged away after a little bit of token resistance.
So where is the party sitting?
Anywhere, wherever you guys want. The longest
How-
decision
Sure,
the
we'll go
game has
this
ever
way.
seen. What table are we sitting at?
How deep is Wayne in those cinnamon rolls?
Wayne, I'm guessing about 4 inches.
All
I
the
mean,
way.
he's only got 3.
Damn, he's going full hog.
We're gonna go right here.
So, scarfing down some cinnamon rolls. A gold worth of food should be damn good. And here at the Brass Beetle, they pride themselves on their food. Is there anything else you guys would like to do this evening?
Well, I'll chat telepathically with Rikus, saying that I was trying to see if I could get any information from the bartender. Thanks for interrupting.
Like, I guess,
It's working.
What's
I guess-
working?
No, he's working. The bartender.
You said
Yep.
it's working, but continue.
Leopold, can you spot anything like magical being set up in the area?
I mean, I would need to detect magic to do that. I could exit and re-enter the building, but I would need to do that first.
That'd be useful.
Leo, I think it's time you go take a shit.
That's what I was thinking, and I will ask. I assume there's some other patron near me.
Yes, there are a plentiful amount of patrons. This place is nearly packed full.
I will ask where the privy is, and
As
be
you-
directed to the same outhouse outside.
Yeah, you will be directed to the same outhouse outside.
And in that outhouse, I shall cast detect magic through my wand of detect magic, and something that I am realizing at this point, my wand of detect magic, technically speaking, it regains 1d3 expended charges at dawn. I don't think I have cast detect magic on like the previous any previous days, but that's, I mean, I haven't been keeping incredibly close track of that.
I would think that you have at least one left at this point.
Well, I've used one for the detect magic in the office. I'll use one here, but I'm just making that note for the future me, which I know I'm definitely gonna forget. Anyways, I cast detect magic. Actually, before that, I'll walk around to the back, and I want to see if there's anything out back that pings as magical.
Okay. As you kind of round the back side of the building, nothing on the outside of the building particularly pings as magical. Outside of the lock on what seems to be the back door, there does seem to be some level of magic on it. You would assume magically enhanced or reinforced.
Yeah.
As you walk back around the front and enter in the front side, this seems to be, from what as you can best tell, a pretty rough crowd. You sense a lot of barely magical weapons, minor enhancements, but you'd say 1 in every 5 patrons of this bar has some form of minorly magically enhanced weapon, which is by no means a common or healthy margin for a tavern such as this. That is a lot of people packing some heat. As you kind of walk around, you kind of try to get back up towards the bar, and you sense that there is some form of magical device. You would likely assume a crossbow, maybe a firearm, underneath the counter, near where Zana, as you now know, the bartender, kind of goes back and forth.
So what you're saying is we're South Detroit in the 20s.
Saying you're South Detroit in the 20s. And you're having a grand old time. On top of all of that, as you kind of get closer to the back side of the building, there seems to be almost a void in a room in the back. Almost like you feel like something should be there, but you can't sense it with your detect magic.
And that's all that I get after doing, basically a complete circuit.
Yes, that is what you get.
I will relay this information to the team.
Ugh. Well. DM, where on this map would that back room be? Just around.
So there is a door set right here.
Okay. Right. So it's either a safe room or something big there.
Is that the front door right there?
Yes, this is the front door. It's a big ass door.
And quick question, Zach. I assume I already know the answer to this, but just to make it clear, back door that has the void behind it is not the same back door as the one that leads outside, correct?
No, it is not.
Well, can't get back there. This crowd. Hmm. Any way we can, I guess. Does the alarm spell take a spell slot, Leo?
Yes.
You can
Okay.
ritual cast it to where it doesn't, but if you want to
Takes time.
cast it fast, it does.
Alright. Probably shouldn't then, just to save resources.
And where would you even want to cast it? Like on the back door?
Maybe. In the
I mean,
event.
we'd have to hope nobody heard or saw it.
Yeah.
Especially if I didn't ritual cast it, because even the base casting takes a minute. I mean, unless we want to try and something more out of the bartender, I don't really know if there's much else for us to do in here.
Not really. I don't really have anything for setup. Anybody got anything?
No, I just need to be ready right before the combat starts, so anything starts, so. Besides that, I have nothing.
Alright.
So, you guys finish your meal and kind of hang around, have a jolly time. A lot of the people here are honestly quite pleasant to converse with. You find that as the clock grows closer to 10:30 passes, more and more of the patronage begin to leave naturally. Even though in many of the taverns and inns nearby people stay until much later, it seems that this place closes at 11. So soon after, you guys follow the rest of the crowd out of the tavern. As time goes by, I'm assuming that you guys stay very close. Where exactly do you guys go? Do you go down the street, across the road, try and camp out on a roof nearby? What are we thinking?
Is there a bar with windows across the street, or like one or two doors down?
Yes, this is Tavern Alley Extreme. There is definitely a place right across the road.
I was figuring we might be able to just hop up on nearby roofs, hopefully, and especially we might want somebody watching the back door.
Is there any multi-storied building with a high roof where I could see both sides of the building? Or at least see if someone were to enter or exit?
Rikus could get to a location nearby to where he could see the front entrance and about a third of the back of the building. He couldn't see the far corner where the back entrance is.
But I could
Effectively, you
see
can't
if like
watch
a
both
group
doors.
moves.
Yeah, you could see if someone moves coming from the east.
Okay. It would take me a moment to get down from there.
Unless you want to use your teleport.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming we wouldn't mobilize immediately.
Actually, I could go up there with you, and we could just featherfall jump down.
It's not
Well,
a
I'm
huge
curious.
jump.
How these individuals will be watching their surroundings.
Well,
It may just
I'm
be
going to be
better
up on
for
that
us
roof.
to all hang out and blend in rather than be on rooftops and actively watching the doors.
DM, it's dark up on the rooftop, correct?
Yes.
Okay, then with Umbral Sight, I appear invisible to anyone relying on dark vision or normal vision.
Okay.
So if they
Yeah,
have
I
true
guess-
sight, I guess they could see me. But
I guess that's
If they have
actually
true sight, we're probably fucked anyways, though.
yeah,
yeah, because they see
No,
through all of
but-
our disguises,
yeah,
and anybody important enough who has true sight probably knows who we are.
yep. But as part of my rogue feature, not rogue, ranger features, Umbral Sight,
Yeah,
I
so
am
maybe
invisible in darkness.
hold on. Maybe we have you posted up to see the back door, and the rest of us have view on the front door from the bar that you said existed.
So I'm just gonna watch that whole back alley
Okay.
Yeah, because
with
that's
like a third of a view on the. So basically, the opposite of what you initially said.
Okay. So you're wanting to be like more on the southwest side of the building, seeing the back alley and the west side of the building, and then the others in the front can peek the east and the north.
Yeah.
Okay. Will do. So as you're kind of set up back there, time goes by. Probably sometime around 11:30. You see a singular person, seemingly a man. You would almost peg him as a noble. Like, he is incredibly well dressed. He is wearing a set of plate armor currently, almost a little ornate. I would like you to roll me a perception check.
just everybody looking at the front.
No, just Thomas. And anybody else who may be on the backside, but probably just the guy who can be invisible will be there.
Yeah.
I do have dark vision up to 120 feet.
Yes, you do not have advantage.
I know. But I'd be looking through my scope.
No.
Reach is like 800 feet. Guidance.
There is my
Impossibly long arm.
perception.
Should probably be pretty good.
Yeah, but you have to remember he's debuffed, like permanently.
True.
Not permanently, just mostly permanently.
Oh, so close.
You rolled privately, Thomas.
Oh, oops. Why is it doing that? Public roll. Perception.
Hold on, before. Never mind. You can keep that 24. I was just gonna say, do we want to keep the private roll? And
No,
that?
I mean, I saw the number that the die rolled, but I didn't know his bonus, and I prefer having it rolled publicly for all of us to see. With the 24, as you're looking at this man, you see he's got like sandy blonde hair. You expect him to be human, maybe a little elf, but you don't see sharpened ears. The most intriguing thing is that you see is a purple sash that goes over his left shoulder. And you see a black knight, and by night I mean night sky, on the end of this sash, with the pair of moons in the background, one red and one pale, and hundreds of little white dots to represent the stars in the night sky of Revedan. You immediately recognize this as a sash of one of the Starry Knights. Yes, Aiden.
What are the Starry Knights?
The Starry Knights is the largest conglomerate of knights in the Caladrian Empire, particularly led currently by Halant Valkenton, the brother of, or should I say, the uncle of Ernest, who you obviously know.
Okay.
The Starry Knights,
I am.
out of the near 1,000 knights of the Caladrian Empire, the Starry Knights contain about 300 of that number. AKA a large portion of.
That is very bad.
I am relaying this information to the team, by the way,
Okay.
via Rocky.
Not long after, a pair of people approach the front door of the facility. I will have the rest of the party make a perception check.
I will slap guidance on whoever has the highest perception.
Mine's a +3.
I have +5 with advantage.
No, yeah, I have +5. It's wrong on my.
8.
Wayne's
8?
got an 8.
All right, Wayne, you get it. Plus 1d4. Okay. Let's see how well Lennon can perceive today. 16.
Ooh,
1d4, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Did it roll?
Yeah.
Oh, I did roll.
Wow, I got a 3 and a 2 with advantage.
It says a 9 on here, but I definitely rolled a 14. Okay, never mind.
Ah, thank goodness Wayne is seeing well for us.
Okay. Wayne, the two people that you see roll up to the front door. You see what seems to be a man of short stature. You'd say he's not a lick over 5'2". He's wearing dark black clothing, leather bound, with seemingly like a heavy, heavy cloak. He also seems to have a hood. The most important thing you recognize of all of this is that all of his gear seems to be weather and waterproof. He has a rapier at his side and seemingly has some form of contraption attached to his forearm, but it's very tough to see, and he has his robe kind of covers it up. But when he went to open the door, you kind of caught a peak of metal glinting out from it. The man beside him is a heavy, heavy, heavy set dwarven man. In fact, nearly of the same stature. You're unable to tell what race the other guy is, but this dwarf is pushing 5 foot tall, and he is thick, he is stocky, he is a big ass boy. You don't really notice anything particularly about him. He doesn't seem to be carrying any weapons actively. He has a small satchel on his hip, but you can't quite tell what's being held in it. He does seem to kind of like carry it with a level of importance, though, as though something of value is in the satchel. Do you have any questions on these two figures, or are we good to continue?
I think that's all pretty straightforward.
Okay.
When you say he carries it as if it has something important in it, is that it's something fragilely important, or just he's more wary of making sure it's on his person?
You'd say both. He almost acts as though it is fragile, but he kind of checks it 2 or 3 times on his way up to the door and at the door.
Okay.
Soon after, Rikus, you in the back see a handful of figures approach. You see a large dragonborn man of the red variety. Large and imposing, but seemingly carrying no weapons on him. Wearing black robes, the three followers behind him are all donned in like a deep crimson robe.
Uh-oh.
You recognize the robes of those in the back, as they were a part of the shooting gallery in the basement of the mansion near the ziggurat. These are members of the cult of the Fourth Claw, you are nearly certain as soon as you see them. As you see them approach, their air of confidence does not wax or wane as they approach the door and knock. But a moment later, the door is opened and they quickly find their way inside. You guys wait for 5 more minutes. You see no other members arrive. The time's almost 12 at this point. And the blinds on the front side of the tavern close. There is no way to see inside of the facility from the outside. You kind of look around. You take a mental note and calculation. Okay, we've got a creepy looking dude who's short and wearing weatherproof garb, probably a member of the Corsair, the River Gang. Got a dwarf, probably Karhan Brotherhood. We're missing a very important one, probably the most important. You haven't seen him enter the building. Aiden, you had your hand up.
I was about to say, yeah, we're missing the qualms. But, minor point, because something else I was wondering. Jeffrey Stone said that there were the Corsairs as well as the...
Spine servants.
Yeah, Spine Servants. I guess we don't necessarily know what an archetypical Spine Servant might look like, but I also don't think we've seen any of them here either. Admittedly, they could just be, more of a bit player and not here, but I guess that was also something else I was kind of expecting to see that we didn't.
You saw
But
a
then again,
noble
team,
enter,
yeah.
but you have no clue of who he is connected to.
Fair.
Or, I will specify, not a noble. You saw a knight enter. You are uncertain of who he is connected with.
Well, I will say the people that I don't mind dying are the Fourth Claw cult members, so
Yes.
let's go wild.
We can also, if we have to kill anybody else, I would say kill the Hand and the Deep Sea Corsair. That knight needs to know however he's embedded in the Caladian Empire, and we obviously haven't seen the Qualm come in.
DM, how much of the staff did we see exit?
You saw the like barkeeps, of which there were 3. All 3 of them exited. The bartender did not, and the man you kind of recognized as kind of a hidden bouncer, someone who's very obviously paying more attention to the room than he is to his own food, but still pretending to be a patron. You never saw him exit the building either. You would assume that there are more that fit that genre as well.
Let's prioritize. Whatever's in that satchel that dwarf was carrying, we want, obviously. Even before the constable gets here. That back room with the magical void, definitely a must. Maybe the counterfear was hiding back there the entire evening.
He's teleporting in, and that's where he's getting in.
Anyone else have any priorities?
let's say. I don't necessarily know the combat capabilities of most people in there, but given the combat prowess we've seen from the Cult of the Fourth Claw members, and the fact that one of the people inside is a member of the Starry Knights, I'm
Very
beginning
high.
to worry about our chances.
Again, we just have to last long enough. We're generally good at that, right?
Remind me, DM, do we have to cause a ruckus to make guards show up, or is he going to send guards that way on a report of ruckusness?
Well, in situations such as this, you would guess with your military and military police background, when someone is undercover and there is a big thing going down, even if there is no sting, there are guards nearby. There are operatives or cops in the area, just in case something does go down, so that they can respond as quickly as possible to help recover the undercover operatives. So you would guess that there are probably at least 4 to 6 guards posted and standing nearby, so that if they hear anything that seems to be coming from the brass beetle, that they would respond very quickly.
Cool. Well, I say we just waltz on in. Hey, we forgot something. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt?
Thinking, you wanna go
I'm-
through a drunk? Go in as a drunk, or
Leo, you forgot your coin purse.
Not a particularly big fan of that route. Gives us away, and I don't imagine they'll be kind to drunks. Especially.
I don't think they'll be kind to anyone just busting in.
Yes, that's why I'm saying we should bust in guns blazing if we are going to bust in. Personally, I think my favorite course of action might be to simply burn the tavern down.
Oh my god.
we do have.
That is a crime.
Yes, because walking in guns blazing isn't a crime neither.
Well, we should at least try to get in.
If we are
And
going
what
to
if
get
the front door is locked?
So if we're going to get in, we should try and get in the back, not the front. Huh. The lock on the back is actually enhanced, but I didn't see any alarms earlier.
Is there a lock on the back?
You assume so, considering people knocked and waited, rather than trying the door or unlocking it themselves from the outside. You did not hear any form of mechanism, though, when the door was opened.
DM, can I sleuth my way down from the roof over to in front of that door?
Yeah.
And I want to investigate it as a means to, can I lockpick this swiftly?
Go ahead and roll an investigation.
Is he letting anyone in the party know that he's doing this?
He hasn't yet.
Nope, I'm going to tell the party if we can unlock it, though. I'm just I haven't touched the door yet. I'm just investigating. Can I unlock it? Ah, shit.
No. You're pretty certain you can't. It's out of your skill level.
He believes he
Damn.
can.
This is a lockpicking level 5, you're a level 2, but you do have a lot of lockpicks. So maybe you could
This
get
is
it to
the
work.
lockpicking lawyer.
A hell of a lot of luck. No.
This is a magical master lock. It can be opened with another magical master lock.
It can be opened with this empty soda can.
We need we need an
Oh, sorry.
equivalent of the lockpicking lawyer, just a rogue.
Well, I'm typically pretty good at lockpicking.
If you are going to go lockpicking, we should all get around the back to assist you whenever you open the door.
DM, if I poke my eye through the keyhole, is there a keyhole?
There is no keyhole.
Fuck. Oh man, I tried, guys.
If we are going to go in guns blazing, I can probably take down that door with a thunder wave.
Well, I'll tell you what. What if you guys are posted up front at the front door to take it out with a thunderwave? I'm gonna knock on the back door.
You're going to knock on the back door.
Actually, no. That might be a good plan. If we're going for the hey, I forgot something route. If we try and knock on the back door, someone might actually answer.
Well, also, if I probably, hopefully, if I stand on the hinge side, I'd be in darkness.
Again, I feel like there's.
I don't know where
just
lanterns are on the street,
not
but
There is a lantern
If I knock-
exposing the back entrance.
okay.
My daddy, can I talk to Zaki?
No, I'm sorry, buddy.
Can I talk to Zaki together? Can I talk
You
to
do not.
Zaki? Can I talk to Zaki?
You're talking to me right now, Bubba.
Talk to Zaki?
What do you want to say to him?
To Zaki.
What do you want to say?
Good things to Daddy. For your friend Zaki. Your cousin. For Daddy's cousin.
Daddy's cousin?
Yeah. Zaki is cousin.
Well,
You mean this one?
Yeah, wait, that one.
Apparently,
Can I
Asian
talk to
Zach is
Zaki?
Daddy's cousin.
Yes.
All right.
That's pretty
Can
accurate.
I? Can I?
Honestly, yeah,
Can I?
sounds about right.
Can I hear Zaki? Can I talk to Zaki?
Sorry, guys.
You saying what?
Hello.
Hey, Bubba. I love seeing you. We're a little busy right now. If you have a question to ask, you're more than welcome to, but you're gonna have to give your headset back to your dad pretty quickly.
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, I love hearing from you, Bubba. Can you give your headset back to your dad?
I want to talk to you.
Well, you
Did
just said
they
you
even
don't
talk
know.
to you?
You just said you
At
don't
least he's
know.
honest
How are you
about
gonna talk to me if you don't know what you want to talk about?
I don't know. But I am. Yeah, I'm talking to
Not-
Zaki.
Not a single thought in that brain, just like his dad. I love him so much.
But we're your friends.
Say goodnight, bud.
I want to have a turn.
Say good. Hey, Bubba, you just
goodnight.
had your turn. You gotta say
Bye.
good night. Bye bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Right.
All right. Good night, Jimbo.
I need you. I need to.
All right, run to mommy.
Way. Yep, I was waiting for it. Okay, so Thomas has failed to enter into the back door. Plan. Thomas cannot do anything for at least another minute.
Well,
Wait, what?
Plan. And Thomas should probably stay silent
Well-
until the child has left the room and the door is closed.
I'm-
So everyone else.
I don't
can
know.
talk.
No, I like to at least knock on the door to try and get an answer, saying, "Hey, we think we dropped something somewhere, and we're trying to retrace our steps to see if it's anywhere." So I think at least knocking on the front door is okay.
I think we just try the handle on the front door and go in if it's unlocked.
There's no way the front door is unlocked.
It probably isn't, but we can try it.
Well,
Yeah, we can-
Okay, hold on.
I'm
Hold on. I just had an idea. So are we okay? So assumedly, there's probably not going to be like a huge level 20 guard or whatever answering the door. So, are we going? Do we want to just like knock on the door to try and get our foot in the door, and then as soon as
Yes.
they open it up, we shoot them?
No, let's at least be civilized about this.
With the party?
Do not have an ounce of civility for this people. And I can already tell this is going to be another fucking hour-long debate, isn't it?
You guys need to
Something
make
like-
a
Although-
decision in the next 5
I-
minutes before I end the session.
Okay,
Listen,
at least in our
I'm saying
defense,
knock.
yeah,
I'm
10
saying
minutes,
not.
I'll
Let's
be
knock on the door. Okay, we good?
The
Knock on
front or
door.
back?
Front.
I'm anti-knock on door. I guess. Okay, out of the front door gang, let's put it to a vote. Raise your hand if you want to just knock on the door and say hi and try and get in peacefully.
I think it's worth a shot. I'll just stick this dynamite on the back door to fuse.
Raise your hand if you want to go in guns blazing.
Okay, so 2 people want to go in guns blazing, 2 people want to at least knock on the door before blazing the gun.
Wayne, do you want to go in guns blazing?
I kind of like the knock knock surprise motherfucker.
All right.
So,
Here,
hold on. Knock.
we'll-
So, knock, guns blazing is what you're saying.
I think knock knock, get in the front door, and then go guns blazing.
Okay, looks like we're going
we'll-
for plan knock. I hate this,
we'll-
but I'm outvoted.
Okay, we'll do this. If it seems like they're gonna shut the door on us, prep a thunder wave, and we're going in. Okay?
I'll plant 5 seeds.
Do not do that.
Outside?
Do not do that.
don't do, please. Just prep a thunder wave. Wreck planted dynamite. Alright?
Okay, so 4 of you step up to the front door, and Rikus steps towards the back. Who knocks on the door? And Rikus, you begin planting. Do you knock, or do you just begin planting the dynamite?
I'm just. I like. I plant the dynamite first. Just like with the fuse ready to go. In case this goes horribly wrong.
Okay.
But
What a
I'll
horrible
knock on the
case.
door, and I'll have my knife ready on my wrist behind my back.
Okay.
I'll be standing.
as
next
soon as I get a note that he knocks on the door, I knock on the door.
Hold on. If we're doing like order of operations.
Wait. Am I knocking on the door or am I just blowing it open? I can't remember.
Which
Okay.
do you want to do? You're there alone.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I personally would say knock on back door if we're not all going in guns blazing at once, but I can't stop you. As for things I can stop at the front door, am I doing a thunder wave at the front door, or are we gonna have secure things at the front door? Because he's
If-
obviously better at tanking, but if we need to clear the doorway, a thunder wave will push people back.
If they are closing the door on us, thunder wave it.
Okay, in that case, as long as I can get a position clear on the door where I'm not going to hit anybody else with a thunder wave, I'm happy.
I'm sure that if they close the door, if they begin closing the door, the others would be able to step back 5 feet so that you could thunder wave.
I want to make
I'm just going to be standing 10 feet off to the side.
Okay.
Yep.
So-
I'm gonna be standing.
I'll
with
have the. I won't like be planting the dynamite. Just I would kind of just be kind of have the dynamite pretty ready in my pouch just in case. If I don't get a knock on the door, I'm gonna start planting and fusing it.
Okay. So, secure.
Alright, Secure.
Yes.
We have to make it sound like we dropped something really important and we're in a rush to find it. And we're adamant we have to get in to check. Alright?
Please, I left my child.
Wait, why is Secure talking? Wayne is the.
All right. So, secure. As you step up to the door,
Slap a guidance.
Yeah,
Woo!
it should be Wayne. He's the charismatic Joel Osteen motherfucker.
I slap a guidance
you're-
on Secure.
You're banging on the door, banging on the door, banging on the door. A few seconds in, you see a man that you kind of recognize that you saw earlier in the bar kind of open the door just a crack, and he says, "No vagabonds or vagrants. opens back up at 8 in the morning.
Have you seen my little brother? He is about yay high, holds his hand like a foot off the ground. Looks similar to me, very pale skin.
We
Little
have
brother.
any soul meant to be in this building is still here. Any soul not meant to be in this building left at least an hour ago. You have a good night,
He's
sir.
No, but
he's
at least
very
in
good at
this
hiding.
area.
He's very good at hiding. I'm almost certain he's still in there. We're looking everywhere for him.
This is the last tavern we have to check. This is the last tavern we visited. Please, sir.
The place
very
is closed
small.
for the evening. We'll do another sweep, but you are not allowed in the building.
You're gonna kidnap my brother? What are you doing? What are you saying, sir?
He begins
Yelling
to
at this
close the
point.
door. Just closing
Here,
the
can
door.
I hear close the door?
I look over at Lynn and like,
You guys stepping back?
Sir, please. Is there any chance? Any
You can
chance? Just
come
a.
back in an hour. There's a very important meeting occurring in here.
Is anyone in there?
You sure there's nothing I can do?
We
Has
have
anybody in
seen
there?
No child. And to be entirely honest, if a child really was that small, they would be immobile. As they would be
I mean,
an
he was-
infant.
Yes.
he's half gnome.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll
There's
run
plenty of
half
children that small.
I have never seen a half gnome.
Have you not seen a quarterling before?
Yes, I know, and we haven't
Not
either.
in
We
this
need to find him.
tavern and not tonight. Good day, sirs. And he slams the door as hard
Oh.
as he can.
Step back.
Thomas first, then me.
Thomas, yes.
Did anyone answer my knock?
As you knock on the door, what appears to be wood, you can tell there is like metal behind the wood. It's a very thin layer of wood. As you knock, not but a moment later, you hear a small latch on the other side kind of slide open, almost as if someone is peeking through an eye hole that you can't quite figure out where it is on the door. And they say, "Not accepting visitors. Move along, good sir. We don't care for the homeless overnight."
Can I investigate for the peephole real quick?
I will have you roll one, but the slide goes back very quickly after he says that. So, roll me an investigation check.
Let's see how quickly I could catch it.
Wait, Sakir, while that's happening, Sakir, can you
Oh,
point
that's
in
decent.
I could.
as he's closing the door?
Cool.
Yo, that's why he looked over at you.
I-
Do you say that
I-
before he closed the door?
What?
Okay.
This is
Finish
between them.
Thomas's thing, then
Yeah.
we'll go back to ours.
Okay. Thomas, you are able to find the peephole very quickly. What do you do? Please make a decision quickly. We're trying to wrap up right now.
Yes, I know. Do I hear it lash back up?
You hear it
Like, or is
sliding
it
back
an
over.
act? It's just a slide.
Yeah, it's a slide that reveals a very small hole.
I take one of my lockpicking rods, slam it in, and then anchor it over to slide it back just enough. And pointing my gun inside of it in my revolver. Whoa.
There goes Aiden.
There he goes. Hello again, Aiden.
And he's back.
Yeah.
So you attempt to
my
shove
internet briefly cut out.
a small metal rod, effectively,
To slide it over, and then my revolver, which has an exploding bullet in it still from the encounter way back. and fire that into the room.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you roll me a sleight of hand check.
Fuck yeah. Obviously, I'm only going to fire the bullet if I could see it nudge enough for me to fit a bullet through. I'm not going to blow myself up.
I'm confused at how big this peephole is that a bullet would go through it.
It's pretty small. But if he rolls
We're
high
gonna-
enough, I'll let this cool thing occur.
We're gonna accidentally kill our contact, huh?
He's gonna just cap the bartender in the back of the dome.
I honestly thought he was like, as soon as I hear the slide open, if I find it, I'm gonna put my revolver against it and pull the trigger so that I shoot him right in the eye. That's what I thought was going on here.
See, that's what I wanted to do, but then you talked about it. He slid the thing back super fast, but I was like, by the time I found it,
I figured he was gonna
I couldn't find it fast enough.
Alright, roll a sleight of hand, brother.
Alright.
You know what,
So
screw it. While you do that, I'm gonna move it back to the group up
Okay.
front.
Yeah.
Sleight of
Zach.
hand. It's just a flat sleight of hand. I don't
Yes,
use. No, I'm not
no
lockpicking.
anything. Just sleight of hand. Zach, Jade.
It's decent.
A quick message to, or I guess quick message to Sakir. Are you comfortable with teleporting in there and then Leopolding thunder waving?
Why not just start with me thunder waving? I thought that was the whole plan.
It gets him buffed up faster.
It'd take off Leopold if we did his plan in the end. I think we should do it.
Well, if you,
One.
Alright.
I
How
think
would
if you,
this- No.
as soon as he thunder waves, you can also just teleport in there too. So
Ready action, boys.
As the door begins to close, two of them move out of the way. I step in with my Thunderwave gun, and I just essentially shotgun blast the door off its hinges with Thunderwave at
Okay.
first level.
I will allow you guys to teleport in as you would have been waiting for it, but there will be no surprise round.
I said that I did this
I
before
know.
I teleported in. Okay.
I saw,
Okay.
dipshit. I saw.
Sweet. Oh, okay. Jeez.
So we assume that this guy behind the door, who is not in fact the bartender.
No, it is not the bartender.
Okay.
The bartender would have been
you-
noted if it was him, because he is significantly shorter than the rest.
Do you want me? Do you want to roll a con save for them for the Thunderwave?
I will,
Or are we just
but
saying?
I will
okay,
start combat with that, and we'll go from there.
yeah.
So
I
we're going to
cast
go
Thunderwave.
ahead. You're gonna cast Thunderwave. You know what? Real quick, I'll just roll that save while I'm at it. Where's my die?
Well,
That is a 16.
Else,
Zach, speak your piece.
could I also do a quick setup?
What are you wanting to do?
I want to meta magic quick cast bless on.
I will let you if you use a quick cast to do that.
Alright,
Okay.
so I think that is bless on Leopold, Sakir, and Wayne.
Thomas, a bullet will not fit through that door. Or a regular bullet could possibly penetrate through it and deal some damage, but an exploding bullet would explode on impact, and it very much would impact on the door.
shit.
Bro.
so
Can I rotate my revolver one and then use the other bullets?
You can shoot a normal bullet through, but by the time you would have rotated it, in all likelihood, whoever was there is not standing directly behind the door anymore.
No, but I can blast a bigger. If I rotate it one over, I can use the first bullet to pierce a larger hole.
After all, if the hinges are on that
And then-
side, then the door would open this
And
way.
then use my. Basically, it would be a full action to 2 shots. One first, a regular bullet to break open the hole more, and then the second one to fit my next bullet through.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do.
Oh no!
I will allow this. Okay, I'll allow you to fire it in, but what you will be sacrificing is, you will be a turn behind the party. They will have a turn in combat before you enter the building.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. So, your turn will be you shooting multiple bullets, and if it doesn't blow it off the hinges, setting a very, very, very short fuse on the dynamite so that you can enter in the back door.
Yeah.
That will be your
And-
first turn.
Shooting the gun, and then the explosion, whether it be from a bullet or my
Dynamite.
dynamite.
Yes. Gentlemen at the front door. I'm going to make this an active battle map. Jade, where do you guys teleport to?
I'm looking.
This guy is at the front door, as he was just knocked back. How much damage did he take?
He takes 15 points of damage. First level Thunder Wave 2d8, and I have the feature that allows me to add an extra d8.
Okay, and he is prone currently. So you're just teleporting right behind him? You're not teleporting deep into the room, Jade?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I could only get to like right here anyway, I do believe. Is it only 30 feet? Do you remember, right, Guess?
Yours is only
Thomas,
30
if it's only 30 feet?
Yours is only 30.
Or,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna like be in the cinnamon rolls. I'm gonna teleport right behind him
Okay.
on the table.
I'm going to go ahead and begin an encounter, and we are going to go ahead and set everyone's status to
Dead.
combat state. And if you guys want to roll, you're more than welcome to.
How do we roll initiative again? Oh wait, I remember.
Wait, why did it click question marks?
I do not know, comrade. I am rolling for a lot.
Oh, those are yours going question marks.
Yeah, I'm doing GM private rolls for all of
Where
the...
where is
Gotcha.
A
initiative
lot
again?
of initiatives. So if you look on your character sheet, there should be the initiative bonus.
I could also roll your initiatives for you.
Oh, I see it. Yes. I was looking at the wrong thing.
Damn, I'm going so low.
Isn't that normally like the case?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, I'll say. I thought I had rolled, but it didn't seem to show up, so I'm gonna roll again.
Oh,
No, you rolled.
Oh no! Oh,
You're at
okay.
13.
Okay, I can see it now. It's just not showing up in the chat for me for some reason.
You are back here, Thomas.
DM, I did not re-import my character sheet, which means every one of my rolls is
Well, that's on you,
not
brother.
what it was supposed
You
to be.
can update it between now and the
Like,
next
can
session.
you-
You'll have plenty of time to.
What was my, hold
You
on,
rolled
let
an
me go to my
18. You
initiative.
were still top 4 in initiative, so I'm not going to give you any bonus.
What
that
are
you
my
have.
initiatives? A +8. That's a 19.
It does
Does
not
that change
matter.
my position
It
at
does
all?
not change your position at all. The next highest is a 20.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen. Well, we're doing something. Next session, at least. So I hope you all come prepared for this. This will be fun. This might be tough. Hopefully no one dies. You guys are
Cool.
so enthusiastic. I love it.
My
I
defense, I'm
really
sick.
need to go to bed. I have been falling asleep for an hour. So, I hope you guys had some semblance of fun in a shorter session as this was. And I hope to see you all next Thursday.
Yes, and this will be the last time it's a Thursday because of me this semester. Hopefully.
Okay.
So, not the 10th.
Not the 10th, but the 13th.
Yeah.
So, I'll hope to see you guys then. I will end the recording there.